Hello, villagers. Welcome to 2023. It is actually Wednesday, January 11th, and sorry about the late update. Um, I want to be real and be transparent about what I'm going through. I don't know if my last video, if I had expressed that I was going through some emotional things. Nothing really in my life other than just being stressed about the weekend supervisor position, the expectations that I placed on myself, dealing with coworkers that either don't want you to help them and then go back and say that you're not helping, or just just a high expectation I think mostly I put on myself. Um, and by nature, I don't want to say by nature, I think by my upbringing, I'm naturally a perfectionist, which is not a good thing because no one is perfect. Um, but as far as school, I did complete school. I was done December 9th was my last class, my final class. Um, and at that point, I had a doctor's appointment probably maybe a week after that class was completed. And while in the doctor's office, I was fine. I was excited that school was finally done, that I could actually try and have a life outside of school and work. And being that the pandemic was coming to an end, at that point in time, I had a breakdown because it was all so overwhelming. And even right now, it's hard to make this video. But I want to be real. It was tough. It really was. These last 2 years have been tough, overwhelming. But to God be the glory. I completed my last class December 9th. Only to be told that if we don't pay the balance of our school fee and take our finals by January 20th, that we would have failed that class because we didn't pay the balance and taken the test. Keep in mind that there are students that have not completed the same expectation that graduated since January of 2022. And I don't know. It's just overwhelming. The pressure and the expectation that people have of you. It doesn't help that you have the same not even the same, but you have more of an expectation. Like they say, we are our greatest critic and we can be our greatest cheerleader. But I will be 100% with you all. I don't feel I learned anything from this school. A lot of what I already know is because of my experience and being an LPN for the past almost 18 years come this May. And I can say that I worked in a lot of aspects of nursing where I have worked in labor and delivery, but that doesn't mean I know anything about how to really be a labor and delivery nurse. And I'm sure that would come with training if I were to decide to go into labor and delivery, as in any other um, area of nursing. And I'm learning actually that that's majority of nurses out here. When we're coming out of school, we feel unprepared. And can I still do my job? I can do my job effectively. But do I feel that I am at the level of the NCLEX expectation? I don't. I don't feel as though my school prepared myself and my classmates and other classmates have expressed the same thing. That we don't feel that we were prepared. And maybe we had this expectation to be taught, being that it's practically an online school, because we did attend this program during the pandemic when everything was via Zoom. And I will tell you, the turnover as far as teachers are concerned is extremely high at this school. I don't know. I haven't picked up a book since December 9th. Trying to get my mental health to a place where I can concentrate and focus and retain, because I feel like at this point I did myself a disservice by not teaching myself as I attended this program and learning effectively. I felt like the program was so fast paced that there wasn't enough time to really learn and retain what you needed to know to be prepared for the NCLEX. And I'm going to repeat this to you all. I have a high expectation of myself. So usually the way it works with me is that I feel as though I can't do something, and then I stress over it, and then I become overwhelmed with it, and then I break down and just go do what it is that needs to be done, and I accomplish it. And I do believe that has to do with my bringing up, as far as learning how to cook and so forth with my mom, because she was a perfectionist too. I don't know. So right now, I have a balance due, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to kill myself to come up with the balance. Either I have time to study, or I have time to work around the clock to come up with this money to pay this balance. That's just what it all boils down to. With, as we all know, living in this real world, with everything is at an increase, cost of living has increased, groceries have increased, I'm paying back my loan. I've been paying back my loan since I got the loan originally. So that's $1,000 a month that I have to pay back in loan, and I've been paying it since I've gotten the loan 2 years ago to pay this program off. And then I still have bills on top of that with rent increase. And I have a 79-year-old mother that I had to drive back and forth to Miami to help as far as her health is concerned and financially. So, at the end of the day, the real world don't care. The real world don't care. It does not care. Excuse my ebonics, but people don't care. People don't care how you do it. All they care about is that it gets done and they look good when it gets done. And as I said in the beginning, when I first started making these videos for school, I didn't learn till it was too late for me to realize that this program was not a fit for me. So I have to advise you guys, do your legwork, do your research. Don't let time stress you out. Don't let family members and people around you stress you out to make you think that time is going to run out on you and you got to get it done. I'm a mama's girl. So my mom wanting me to get my RN for all these years and her health declining, I wanted to do something for her and just bless her with finishing and getting my RN degree. It's been stress riddled with stress, to the point where I'm pretty sure I shared this already, that I am now, sorry, I'm cooking, guys, at the same time, but I am now on Lexapro. Because I broke down in the doctor's office. And I don't know. This is where my mind is right now. I really just don't know. Most days, especially with the holidays, covering as the new supervisor and administrator, I guess you would call it. I picked up the holidays because most people weren't trying to work the holidays. And being that the holidays fell on the weekends, I had to work the weekends. And if the only weekend that I actually didn't work a complete weekend was the New Year weekend, because my mother's birthday is on the 30th and I always spend her birthday with her. And this year my siblings decided to throw a surprise birthday party, I guess at the last minute, because I didn't know anything about it until the week that it was happening. So I had to flip a few days around, that Friday and that Saturday around, which meant I had to work other days, which meant my days turned into 4-day, I'm not even gonna say 12 because I never work a 12-hour shift, but basically four 12-hour shifts. There were days I would go in at 8 and don't get off till 11 o'clock at night because I felt bad walking out and leaving staff, struggling or crying because they felt overwhelmed. So I would end up staying and helping. And I cannot say I've ever worked anywhere where there's ever been a DON, a ADON, or a supervisor that actually stayed behind later than usual to help staff when staff was short or staff needed help. I think I've met a couple that took the cart, but that was very, I don't know, not often at all. I don't know what to tell you all. Like I said, I completed my last class December 9th. It is now January 11th. And because I don't have the amount that's needed to pay off the balance, I cannot take the exit exam nor the HESI at school in order for them to send my paperwork to the boards so I can take the boards right now. So I'm feeling really discouraged. I'm feeling very deflated. But at the same time, I have to look at the positivity in it, because I don't feel equipped to pass the NCLEX, and that just might be me mentally. I do need to hit these books and start studying and taking some practice exams. I'm thinking of ordering UWorld, but I know a few people who did UWorld and they didn't do well with UWorld. They actually failed the test and then took it again and then passed it. I'm not sure. I do have Saunders, and I can practice with Saunders on a computer. I'm just not sure if that's the best way to go. I'm just feeling really, really overwhelmed right now. And I know it's been a month since I've done with class, but like I said, I'm gonna have to take this class again, which probably buys me a little time. And am I stressed about trying to hurry up and take the exam now, or going into 2023 taking the new form of test? No, I'm not, because God always provides. He always makes a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? At this point, it's all on me. God has already provided everything that I need. I just have to figure out what works best for me. And I have to buckle down and study, and I have to eliminate a lot of things that are distracting me. Anyway, this video is at 18 minutes and 27 counting, and I didn't mean to make a long video for you guys, but I wanted to be transparent. I am working on my mental health right now, and it's actually about 5:45, I believe, and I'm just now about to study, because I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, leaving work about 10, 11 o'clock at night. And Tuesday was a catch-up sleep all day for me. And then today is Wednesday, which is I'm in the dumps type of day, to the point where I haven't even eaten anything, which I could say I'm gonna lose a couple meals. Oh yeah, I've been watching some videos my sister keeps sending me and my brother keeps sending me, and then I start flipping. Y'all know how y'all get on that TikTok or YouTube and you start flipping videos, and then some of the things be so funny that you just keep going and going. It's like a never ending, like a dog chasing his tail. but I needed the laugh. So I want to be transparent and let you all know that I'm trying to pull myself out of this dump. I have no idea why I'm here, but I have to trust the process. I'm not depressed. I'm just really discouraged. And just overwhelmed. But I know I could do it. And this is one of the main reasons why I haven't made a video since the last one. Because when I allow myself to think about it, I just cry. So it's easier just not to think, you know? I know I got this, and I know you guys got me. And I thank you all for your prayers and your well wishes and your positive energy and your positive words of encouragement. I just ask you to continue to keep me in your prayers and your thoughts. I could do this. I know I can. I got this. I just wanted you all to see, as a student, even as someone who's been a nurse for so long, I wanted you all to see that nursing is a stressful thing to go into, because this is not play. We're dealing with people's lives. We're dealing with people's lives. And, a good example would be, when nurses don't do their job and people die from it. There are videos going all around the world about nurses who don't do their job and claim they're doing their job, and then people end up dying from it. Or, you feel like you're on an island because everybody's not in it for the right reasons. You have some really good nurses out there that are good team players, but then you have some, like we have some agency nurses that come through and they don't do the skin checks or the wound checks or the dressing changes. And as the weekend supervisor, I have to do wound care audits and skin check audits. And I'm noticing that the agency nurses are not doing it, and they don't give a flying fig. And I don't know if it's because they don't know or they just don't care, which means that I or the ADON, we have to go in and make sure that those wound cares are done or those skin checks are done, because at the end of the day, it's the patient that's the one who's going to suffer. And because of that, negligence can cause a patient's life. And yeah, I take it to the highest degree because I take my position as a nurse serious, as I know many of you do. And I just want to provide the best care to patients. I don't want to go into these jobs half-assed, knowing, excuse my language, but half knowing how to take care of my patients, because mistakes cost lives, and it's such, you're carrying the weight of the world when you really care. The last few months, it's been hard. We've had many of our residents pass away, and many of it was because they were at their end stage of dementia or Alzheimer, and many of them, some of them gave up, and then some of them I am blessed. God has blessed me for so many years to be able to take care of myself financially. I've never had to depend on anybody to care for me. So God has always blessed me in providing for me. So that's not what this is about. It's just about, I take my craft serious, and I treat my patients, my residents, as though they are my mom, my siblings, myself, and I believe that this is my calling, and when they start dying, that's the circle of life, right? Everybody has their end date. However, it doesn't make it feel any better. It was not my intention to come on here and cry. I just wanted to let you guys know this is what I'm dealing with, and I'm gonna get past this. I am in counseling, and I am getting back better into my relationship with God and studying God's word. I want you guys to think that it's issues with my family or friends or anything like that. I have great relationships out here. I'm not saying that they're, huge in supporting, because I think most of that is they don't know how to support, but I have a few supporters. But it's just the weight. I take on the weight, and the weight is not mine to take, but I feel that this is a high calling for nurses. Nursing is a high calling for us to go in and care for our patients. We have to know that we know that we know. You just can't go in and think, like most students, they either have the answers to the exams, or they cheat. This is not that. You can't cheat your way through taking care of a patient. You can kill a patient, and that is a huge thing for me, is to know that I know. But I just wanted to share my thought process with you all. I'm working through it. I feel like this is a part of the process, the crying and the I am on, like I said, anxiety medicine, and counseling, and talking to other nurses about it, and majority of my nursing friends and coworkers feel as though I'm awesome. And I love them for that. They trust me in decision making and helping them when they have things that need to be done or caring for their patients. And many of them are RNs. They look to me for help. So it's not that I feel like I'm stupid or anything. I just feel underprepared. And I know the only way to get prepared is to start really um, removing all obstacles and distractions and focusing on studying and to stop putting so much stress on myself. So I will come back with another video, y'all. Please don't think that I'm depressed. I am not depressed. It's just, as many of you all know, we can be our greatest critic. So, like I said, I may have to take this class again. I'm waiting for a call back and taking this class again. It was a great class anyway. Teacher was great. And basically, I think it was community nursing. And she just went over a lot of NCLEX questions, preparing us for the NCLEX. It wasn't community nursing. It was another class. I can't even think about it, but it was a great class. I love my professor. And she actually just got out of, she just graduated from school and getting her nurse practitioner degree. So I know she knows the stress of it all, being that she's a single mom raising kids herself. My kids are grown at this point. So I said that because she has responsibility, as we all have responsibility. But it's just trying to juggle everything juggle work, juggle home, juggle family, juggle having a life outside of the mundane of it all, and taking care of yourself. Mental health is very important to take care of. So it's just trying to juggle it all and make time for you and make time for studying, and that's all it is at this point. But I love you all, and I know this is a long video. Thank you for the new subscribers. Thank you for all the new comments. Like I said, it doesn't only take a village to raise kids. It takes a village to uplift each other. And that's what you all do for me. You uplift me. You motivate me. You keep reminding me that I can do this. And it's such a blessing to see so many comments that show that there are other women and men out here that are going back to school at our age, late in age, 40s and 50s. And we can do it, and they're doing it, and they've done it. And, some are going through the process right now. So I just want to thank you all. I love you all, seriously, I really do. Even though I've never met anyone personally, but please trust, your words are a blessing, and they touch my heart, and they motivate me, and I really do need the motivation to keep doing what I'm doing. So that being said, I love you all. God loves you, and so do I. And we got this. We really do. It just takes a moment to go through the journey. And sometimes it's okay. It's okay to sit down and cry and work it out. Just don't stay in that place. And I'm not staying in that place. I'm shuffling. I'm trying to work it out. And I'm trying to figure it out. So I love you all.